Hi everyone, welcome back to Coronal Blossom, Volume 3, Episode 10. So, it's now a few more hours before it's time to send Arne back home to space. And right now they're holding a farewell party. And in the last episode, Arne gave this long and elaborate speech about how she enjoyed her time on Earth, minus some embarrassing moments for Keiji, Kumiko, Shino, Lily, and Uni. So right now, Arne is giving Kumiko her parting gift, and it's like, well, even when I leave, I still want you to continue piloting forks and blowing machines. So let's see how it goes from here. And the parting gift that Arne gave to Shino and Keiji, it was quite embarrassing. It was like, I want you two to get married and make offspring. And it made Shino so embarrassed that she passed out for, I'm not sure how long, and I'm not sure if Keiji also passed out as well. But anyways, so Kumiko gives Arne a tight hug.
私、バロアに乗れるのかな？グミは大丈夫だよ。ボークスもバロアもみんなグミのこと大好きだから。
Well, I'm sure you can pilot both.
アルネンにお墨付きをもらったら完璧じゃんか。そうそう、ちゃっちゃと乗ってグミはグミらしくはしゃいでればいいのだ。たく、生意気だな、この。
So Kumiko pokes Arne in the forehead with her index finger before letting go of her.
まだちょっと割り切れてないけど、プレゼントは受け取っておく。で、今度は私からプレゼント。はい、手を出して。
So, what will Kumiko give Arne? Arne stretches out her hands and Kumiko places something in her palms.
これって写真？
So, a photo album of all of the things that they've done in Volume 1 and Volume 2.
子分たちと選別して宇宙でも劣化せずに見られるように加工してもらったの。
Arne quietly flips through the photo album, or the photos. And they're photos of all of us, including Kanade-san, in her white lab coat.
基本は私が撮ったのや街の人からもらった画像だけど、いくつかは奏さんの携帯から引っ張ってきた画像だからさ。その気に入らないものがあったら今私に返して。
So, do you not like it? Arne's gaze remains fixed on the photos.
全部もらう。だって奏のことも大好きだから。
Really? So, you remember everything she's done to you, don't you? So, including kidnapping and attempting to use you as part of her experiment.
あれは天使とかいうのの仕業だよね。奏はちょっとめんどくさい時もあるけど、全然違うから比べる理由がないよ。
So, it's not Kanade, but some angel who possessed her. But the faces are the same. You never have any idea which part of Kanade-san and which part is the angel. I want to protest, but the words, let's see, fail me.
この写真はアルネの知ってる奏の笑顔だもん。捨てちゃダメ。大事にしなきゃ。刑事だって同じ気持ちだよね。
So, don't you feel the same way? She's not asking me, she's seeking confirmation. And there's only one way for me to respond. Yes, of course.
ち帰りするに決まってるよ。大事にするね、グミ。
よかった。そう言ってもらえるとギリギリまで働いた子分も報われるってもんだよ。
Well, Kumiko, so is that what you've been working on all day today?
しまった。しくじった。
So Kumiko claps her hands over her mouth, or clamps her hands, and her face turns, let's see, scarlet. She must have wanted to keep that a secret.
ありがとう、グミ。いい子してあげるね。
いいって、そんな頭を撫でるなんて、そんな、
So Kumiko's at a loss for words. And with no time to protest, Kumiko seems to resign herself to her face, or her fate, and allow Arne to pat her on the head.
だって帰り道でもアルネが寂しくないようにだよね。
まあね。あ、ごめん。よく考えたら余計寂しくしちゃうかな。
まさかグミたちを連れて行けるみたいでワクワクするよ。
アルネンの故郷まで連れてって。
So you can take this home with you.
任せて、絶対連れて行く。
So along with the memories I made here, and that's what's written on her face.
集合写真も欲しいから、それは明日の打ち上げ前にみんなで撮ろうね。
そうする。約束。
約束。
So the two link their pinky fingers to seal this promise.
よし、グミ。今日はもっと遊ぼう。寝るまでまだまだ時間あるよね。
待って、アルネン。引っ張らないで。
Hey, so don't stay up too late, okay?
刑事もね。
Well, same for you. So you work too hard and I watched them leave, amused by Arne's impudent reply. No. So, what should I do now?
戻ったぜ。
Oh, Lily, so good job getting the electricity running again. Wait, so what happened to you? You're all drenched in sweat. You were just rebooting the system, right?
そうなんだけどよ。いや、なんでもね。
Well, nothing. Well, it sure does not look like nothing.
おお、黒猫嬢ちゃん。エクササイズバイク、ご苦労さん。毎度停電のたびにすまないね。
So I wonder if Lily had the appliance store owner play with the underlings like what happened in Volume 2. So, the rodeo exercise?
だからエクササイズバイクじゃねえって言ってるだろ。あれはペダルを漕いで発電する緊急起動装置だって言ってんだろうが。
Oh, so Lily had the appliance store owner start up the power again. Wait, so were you seriously off pedaling a bike to generate electricity? That explains why you are so sweaty, considering how bright the lights are here now.
ちげえよ。システムを起動するための電力を稼いだだけだ。あとはちゃんとタービンが回って動いてくれる。
So, I just used power to start up the motors, or the engines. Oh, I think Uni said something like that. Uni-san.
まあ、それでも結構漕がなきゃダメだから、ちょっとハードだけどな。
Don't worry.
日頃から鍛えてっから平気だけどな。
So that's how I usually go. I see. And I think Lily pedals so much that now she's not walking right and her legs are shaking. I'll just pretend that I don't notice how much her legs are shaking, I guess.
まあ、お疲れさん。黒猫嬢ちゃんもこっちに来て飲み直そうよ。
当然だ。絶対負けねえからな。 飲み比べで海賊に勝とうなんざ200世紀早えって教えてやるよ。
So I call out to Lily before she disappears into the crush of people. Lily, can I go onto the bridge?
おう、おいそこの刑事を連れてってやれ。
She orders a nearby underling robot to act as my guide before rejoining the drinking contest. She doesn't even wait for a response.
にゃんにゃー、こちらだぞ。ゲストやろう。
So follow me. Thanks. Shouldn't that be honored guest? Well, is it even trying to be polite?
ここですぞ。戻るときに声をかけてください。自分を清掃してるので。
Got it, thanks. Alright then, so now I'm at the bridge. After making sure that the robot stopped paying attention to me and started cleaning, I head towards my real destination.
No! It cannot be!
Hi everyone. So, unfortunately, I had to cut out the next part, and for some reason, Keiji wants to talk with the naked Kanade or the angel Beltiel, who is still locked in the containment cell. So we know, number one, Beltiel is very good at lying to everyone, and number two, Beltiel still refuses to admit defeat, and she still wants to push forward with her plan for the survival of humanity. So I'm not sure what happened, but it looks like Keiji wants to speak with Kanade and wants to answer a question that Kanade asked him when she was still his counselor. But because Beltiel has control of Kanade's body, there's no way that Kanade will be able to hear Keiji's answer. And then Keiji demands Beltiel to return Kanade her body, but Beltiel, as usual, declines, saying, well, this is the best approach, and I feel that it is better if I take over Kanade because it goes along with my plan, and I feel that all of you don't understand my intent and my idea. So anyways, it looks like Keiji's done talking to Beltiel, and he tells the underling, so sorry, I'm done here, so let's go.
にゃんにゃー。では退出します。
待って、待ちなさい。この勝手な理屈ばかりをこねて私を見下さないでくれる？
So wait.
待ってって話し合いましょう。冷静になって考えてちゃんと話し合えばきっと分かり合えるはずよ。
Well, I'm sure it's more like Beltiel trying to force Keiji to accept her idea. The angel's desperate pleas make me think for a moment. Well, that voice really is Kanane-san's. And that alone is enough to put a little spring in my step.
やっと後片付け一段落したね。
So, putting that Kanade thing aside, we go to Shino. Yeah. Shino-san lets out a big sigh as we set out along the shore on our way home from the party. Well, it's more like the underlings chased us out.
さすがにお互い最後まで残りすぎだよね。
Well, we stayed in too long, so yeah. And for some reason I feel embarrassed just talking to Shino-san. The cleaning was a convenient way of concealing my awkwardness. And Shino-san seems to have the same idea because we both ended up staying behind pretty late. So everybody grew pretty quiet near the end of the party, didn't they? And they must be tired from working so hard over the last couple of days. Tomorrow will be an early start as well.
ああいう時盛り上げるのはいつも奏さんだったよね。
Yeah, that's true.
ケイ君
So what? Shino approaches me and I inadvertently take a step back.
今から一つ質問をします。
So I have
も
a
し嘘を
question
ついたら、
that I want to ask you.
とにかく良くないことを一つします。
Well, if you can't think of a proper threat, then you don't have to force it. Shino-san lets out an embarrassing laugh. The truth is that she would feel sad if I lied, but she never admitted that. She's always been that way. But maybe she knows that's what... Or like she knows that I went to see Kanai-san. Okay, alright. So how about if I lie to you, I'll never be allowed to eat your home cooking anymore.
わかった。
Well, I'm sure regardless, Shino still wants Keiji to enjoy her food. That's probably the best way of convincing her that I'm going to tell her the truth.
今、ケイ君が溜め込んでる弱音を教えてください。
Huh? Well, what do you mean? Any complaints?
弱音。不安でも焦りでも泣き言、愚痴、嫌味、不満、怒り、オールジャンルかかってきなさい。
So wait a minute. So do I look that unhappy to you?
全然。むしろ何か吹っ切ったようなすがすがしい顔をしてたよ。
But then why?
だからだよ。
So, well, it's unusual for Shino to cut me off like that. And it makes me realize she's always watching them more closely than anybody else, or watching me more closely. And that's why...
ケイ君のことは割と詳しいよ。それこそケイ君より先に食べたいものがわかるぐらいに。
So Shino pretty much knows about Keiji more than anyone else. So wait, are you psychic?
私だけが持ってるケイ君だけに使える超能力。世界の一点物ですよ。
She utters this sweet line with a amused smile on her face.
なんにもないなら謝る。でもね。
So she reaches out to me.
嘘は嫌い。寂しいから。
Shino-san? And it's the first time Shino-san has put her face close to mine of her own volition.
嘘ってね、チクッと刺さるナイフみたいなものなの。でも近い分深く深くお互いの心に刺さっちゃう怖いものなの。だから私は嘘をつきたくないし、ついてほしくない。
Well, Shino-san?
ケイ君のすべてを知りたい。ケイ君の口から全部ちょうだい。
Well, no way.
どうして？
Well, because not everything can be expressed in words. That's true.
じゃあどうするの？
So, how about this instead? She shoots me a questioning gaze. And is she aware of what that does to me, or that look? Well, maybe not. And the emotions of hers are coming straight from the heart. And the heart's another imperfect vessel, it cracks easily, and when it does, it's impossible to keep your feelings locked up inside. And just as I can't express how I feel in mere words, her feelings are too powerful to keep locked away in that fragile vessel. So the truth is,
本当は
my words, my breath, my very feelings, all are echoed by Shino-san. And it's as though her entire self is being poured onto me. I feel like she's making me aware, quite wordlessly, that she really does want to know everything going on inside me. And she's waiting for me to bare my heart. The truth is, I don't really want Arne to leave.
そうだね。
And yet, that's exactly why I want to help her get home. And when Arne said that she didn't want me, or she didn't want to leave, I wanted to tell her that she should stay here. And I wanted to tell her that I make her happy and that we would do lots of fun things together. But I couldn't. It's not that I don't say that, I just simply couldn't.
そうだね。
Well, I almost wanted to throw a tantrum and argue that we should stay together forever, but I could not. Well, I mean, Arne came to this planet from so far away. And, well, Arne...
アルネちゃんには帰る場所がある。
But the problem is that Arne still has to go home.
それは幸せなんて重力で縛り付けていいものじゃない。そう思ったんだよね。
Yeah, well, as long as Arne is stuck here on Earth, she'll be targeted by people looking to exploit her. And we don't know if Arne would really be happy here. It'd be selfish of us to just assume that. Well, there's nothing more miserable in life than covering up your own fear with a veneer of happiness.
そうだね。
Well, I do get it. I think she'd be happier among her own species, and that's what Arne wants too. I get it, but still...
ケイ君、そうじゃない。ちゃんと言って。言葉は万能じゃないけど、それはあなたも一緒だよ。
So the words that you say, it also applies to you too.
正しさなんかで自分に蓋をしないで。
And something cracks inside of me. Okay, so Keiji is screaming. Oh, now it's broken. My heart. Well, what the heck? What's wrong with everyone? Arne's like my daughter, but people keep tickling their noses into our business, saying whatever they want. Why can't they leave us alone? And just leave us alone. Seriously, I don't want to hear it anymore. Oh, so it's so hot. And I feel like the heat's running down my cheeks is going to burn my heart. And my entire body's shaking and it won't stop. Well, I'm angry. And nothing makes sense to me anymore. Well, what the heck?
本当に理不尽だよね。いきなり勝手に与えて、よくわからないままに奪っていく。本当理不尽だよ。
And it looks like both Shino and Keiji are crying. It's like we're gonna be missing Arne, and I try to stem the food or the flood of tears that's preventing me from speaking. But if my instincts keep me from doing so, instead, I'm forced to let it all out.
でもやっぱり りアルネちゃんとの出会いには感謝してる。もちろん最初のきっかけとなったララさんとケイ君の出会いにも。そう、もう出会いは過去になっちゃった。それがどういう意味を持つものにするのかは今からの私たちの行動で決まる。
Hold on, went too fast. Let's hear what Shino had to say previously.
そう、もう出会いは過去になっちゃった。私たちの変えられない大事な過去。
Okay?
思い出をわがままを押し通す道具にしたくない。結局生きている限り本当に求めていることからは逃れられない。私が結局死にたくないと願ったように、もっとみんなと一緒にいたいと願ったように。
Okay?
大事だからきちんとお別れしよう。
Yeah, that's true.
寂しくて辛くて嫌だけど。
Well, let's say goodbye properly, and then we'll be happy. Together.
ケイ君、
Well, Shino-san? We look at each other in the eye until Shino-san lets out a gasp.
ごめんね。近いね。今離れるから。
So now Shino realizes, wait, I'm too close to Kei-kun. Wait, Shino-san? I stop Shino-san before she can move away and search her face. And we're just as close as we were that time I accidentally pushed her down over the riverbank. But something's different this time. It's different because, but I'm still not quite able to take that next step. Yeah, that's right. The answer is so easy. I just have to address the elephant in the room. Shino-san? So, let's see. What are you going to do about Arne's present to us? I don't need to say anything further. She immediately realizes what I'm talking about and casts her eyes towards the ground.
そんなのケイ君が決めてよ。
Well, I'll let you decide. Well, I prefer to get your agreement first, Shino-san, but should I just decide this one alone?
だってきっともう言わなくても一緒だから。
Yeah, that's what I reckon too. But I still want to try and put it in words. And I want to tell her. Shino-san, I don't think I'll ever forget what it feels like having Arne live with us. And I want to share that same feeling with you forever, to build on this new kind of relationship that Arne taught us.
私も同じ気持ちだよ。
So will you please help me make that dream come true?
もちろん覚悟はもうとっくにできてるよ。ケイ君が星空をプレゼントしてくれた時からずっと。
So I always treasured you because you gave me that planetarium when I was alone in the hospital.
私ね、正直に言うと星に詳しいのにケイ君の前じゃずっと詳しくないふりをしてた。だってケイ君がやれやれって感じで丁寧に教えてくれるのがすごくあの時の気持ちが蘇ってくるみたいで、全然 然知らないって
Okay,
ついて
so let's see what she had to say previously.
た。ケイ君がやれやれって感じで丁寧に教えてくれるのがすごく嬉しくて。
Okay. Well, I already had a hunch you were doing that actually.
ずるいやつよね。
No, you're a sweet person and you're adorable.
もう
And our eyes meet. We already know each other's feelings. It's as though we are unconsciously trying to confirm them one more time. So Shino-san?
確認しないで。恥ずかしいから。
And I caress her warm, flushed cheek. And our lips lock. Sheena pushes me back gently, our lips apart. Sorry, Shino-san, so can you breathe?
こっちこそごめん。まだしたかったよね。でもこれ以上は限界で。
No, it's not like, well, I guess I do want to go further, but
ごめんね。
no, well, I'm sorry too. I never even asked you properly. But when I look at your face, I just could not help myself.
でもプロポーズしたよね。あれ違うの？一緒に幸せになろうみたいなの。
So, am I wrong? Yeah, that's what I meant. Well, at least, don't you remember what I actually said?
覚えてる。絶対に忘れない。でも今言うと死んじゃうから後で思い出して楽しもう。
I see. Shino-san?
とうとうこういうことしちゃったね。
Yeah, I can see Keiji smiling.
遅いぞ。
But you know, we've waited a little bit too long for this. I'm sorry about that.
でも許してあげようじゃないですか。
Well, that's very generous of you.
ケイ君キューしよう。キュ
So, I want a hug now. Wait, a hug?
ー。もう私を殺す気か。
Okay, here you go. I hug her, and her slender arms wrap around me in return. And the one simple act feels like a pure bliss, and we both look up at the sky. And for a while, we simply gaze on the sea of stardust without saying a word.
バルネちゃんを無事に返そうね。
Yeah. Engulfed in feminine warmth, I renew my resolution.
発見発見。刑事シノタン緊急事態。
So while Keiji and Shino are both admitting that they both love each other, it's like, well, it was just, we were both embarrassed to admit so. A underling comes over, it's like, something's wrong. Wait, so what's wrong? Oh, so it's just one of the underling robots, so no one to, or nothing to be embarrassed about.
どうしたのかな。
Anyways, what's going on? Wow, we both suck at acting like nothing's going on.
イチャコラ接吻中ごめん。でも緊急。
Well, this is an emergency. And it seems like you just can't fool a space robot. Wait, what's wrong?
捕虜が奏が脱走した。
So the prisoner Kanade has escaped. Uh-oh. Wait, Lily, Uni-san.
遅えぞ刑事、こっちだ。
Well, this is an emergency, so what took you so long? Oh, it's true, so she is gone. And the pod in which we were holding Kanade-san is empty. How? So it doesn't look like she broke out. Does that mean that,
ええ、スパイがいました。先ほど一体の洗脳された子分を発見しました。その子が逃がしたようです。
so apparently there are some underling robots that we have not basically destroyed the mod chip for, and it helped Kanade escape.
しかし、なんでだ？うちにあるのは全部シノが洗脳を解いたんだろ？
Wait, so how's that possible? Because I'm sure Shino did deactivate the mod chip for all the underlings.
そのはずだけど。
So I'm sure Kanade did hide one in case.
そもそもどうして子分がここに？あれ以来リリ様がいなければ立ち入りできないはずですが。
だろ？私も再起動に降りてきた以外は誰も通し。
Wait, what happened? Wait, could it have been the underling who took me to see Kanade-san? So maybe there was something that was still active.
おいおい、あんた、あの白衣の天使に会いに行ってたのか？私はてっきり。
Wait, so you weren't supposed to go see...
いえ、もうこの際細かいことは置いておきましょう。
Well,
今最優先すべき問題は。
anyways, we have more urgent matters at hand. Okay, so now it looks like a very serious alarm is going off.
にゃんにょにゃんにょ。バスドライバーの同胞より緊急通信です。
跳ね上げ橋の方だと？つなげ！
Okay, let's go over there right now.
映像出ます。
So the large monitor on the bridge of the spaceship turns on, allowing us to see... Wait, so is this...
刑事、リリー、よかった、つながった。見えてる？今こういう状況。
So it looks like Kanade or the angel Beltiel created her own versions of the underling.
おい、グミコ、どういうことだこりゃ？
わかんない。アルネンとマスドライバー見に来たらいきなり子分たちが湧いてきて。
So I'm sure it's these ones who freed Kanade.
グミコちゃん、大丈夫？
大丈夫だよ、安心しな。ちゃんと光線銃の対抗シールド用意しててよかったよ。
Well, they shouldn't be confident about this though.
というわけ。アルネンは安全な場所に隠れさせてる。私は今からボックスで出る。
おい、野郎ども怒りを上げろ！発進だ！
Okay, we're going over there.
リリ様、今船を動かす燃料なんてもう。
うっせえ！どうせおめえのことだからどっかに虎の子を隠してんだろ？それを出せ！間に合わなくなるぞ！
Do they really have a secret stash or like emergency fuel?
まったく、リリ様は。ミケ、靴下、コードニャーニャーニャーです。
Okay, so 222.
ニャンニャー。コード、ニャーニャーニャー。
Okay,
罰病。
code 222 accepted.
補助タンク、核壁解除。隠し燃料注入。いつでも発進可能。 ニニョンフルで回して。全員ショックに備えて。
So they're gonna start up the spaceship. Wait, Shino-san, are you okay? And I catch Shino-san as the sudden tremor knocks her off her feet.
ありがとう。平気。でもどういうこと？間に合わないって。
So the hack underlings are attacking the drawbridge. So we're up against Beltiel again. She's trying to destroy the mass driver so that Arne won't be able to get away. So I wonder if Kumiko is able to take on these underling robots. And
魚政くん、よそ見してないでシールドを設置するのを手伝って。じゃないとマスドライバーが壊されちまう。
so it looks like Kumiko has the help of some of the townspeople.
でも煙突部分は壊れねえんじゃねえの？さっきから当たってもベクトもしてねえじゃねえか。
ああ、方針は平気だよ。フラクタシル化してると強くなるそうだ。問題は射出装置の方だよ。こっちは繊細なんだ。
なるほどな。ってうわー、ちっけー。出やがったな、こんちきしょうめ。
Well, I'm sure these underling robots are one step ahead, so they know the weakness of this mechanism. It's like, well, if we can destroy that, then there's no way they'll be able to launch Arne.
すみません。一匹そっちに。障害発見。はいぞ。はいぞ。にゃんにゃ。
危ない、魚政くん。
And the moment the plasma gun goes off, a small truck crashes into the underling. So who was driving it?
おお、待たせたな、魚政。へたり込んで休憩中か？
So it was bathhouse owner Inui.
危ねえじゃねえか。もう少しで引かれるところだったじゃねえか。
Well, next time, drive better.
うるせえおまさ、いいからてめえはシールド張ってけ。ロボどもは俺が相手してやる。
おじさん、辰巳の親父さんも来てくれたんだ。
おお、遅くなったな。魚政の腰抜けの悲鳴みたいな電話で酔いも冷めちまったぜ。
まったくだ。おちおち酔っ払って寝てもいらんねえぞ。
うるせえ。いいから乾の旦那もシールド運ぶの手伝え。
よし、じゃあこのまま形勢逆転といきま。
Uh-oh.
にゃんにゃ。大将、青と白の機体。にゃんにゃ。
きつ。コーティングしてるとはいえ、やっぱ衝撃がすごく。あ、やだ、関節に直撃。腕がもげそう。
So I think these underling robots, they destroyed the works that Kumiko was using.
海、一旦下がって機体を変えろ。
Okay, so I'll give you some time so that you can jump into another works and continue this.
変えるってどうやって？
Well, I'm sure it's like, well, if I do get out of the works machine, I'm gonna be vulnerable. Oh, and it looks like Keiji's grandfather is here to help as well. And it looks like Tetsuji or Gramps is a master because he destroyed the underlings like a bowling pin.
待たせたなグミ。 俺の機体を使え。
いいんですか？ぶっ壊しちゃうかもしれませんよ。
それは
構わん。うちで直せばいいだけだ。シノコの言わずやれ。できるだろう、クミコ。
うっそ、親方。宝石鉄工所の一員として意地を見せてやりますよ。
Okay, so Kumiko is going to use someone else's works to destroy.
おし、大崎のじいさん、行くぜ。おう、蹴散らすぞ。
ケイジ、聞こえる？今どの辺？早く。
I know. So we're still at a sea, but we're on our way now. Okay, so it looks like they're trying to buy some time for the real reinforcements to arrive. So Lily, Uni, and Keiji, and maybe Shino. Lily, can we get moving yet? So I think there's some problems with the spaceship, and they can't get it to start.
無茶言うんじゃねえよ。こっちも全力でやってるけど、エンジンがつかねえんだよ。
So the engine can't start, or won't start. Lily steps down from the generator, which really does look like an exercise bike. She's shaking at the knees after pedaling with all her might. So Lily's trying to start up the engine, and we thought the SS Fidelia would be our fastest means of getting to the drawbridge, but the plans completely backfired on us. The fuel reserves are barely enough to start the engine, which ended up stalling right from the get-go. Okay, so Uni-san, how are things going over there?
現状レーダーを見る限り相手は橋には侵入していません。グミコたちが食い止めています。ですがマスドライバーは橋の上にあります。橋へと侵入されれば妨害行為は容易に行われるでしょう。
So it's vulnerable and they have ways to destroy it.
まずいなこりゃ。
So searching the monitor, Lily mutters to herself, "Yeah, I know. Well, worst case scenario, they could entirely destroy the mass driver." And wait, don't we have any more fuel?
各種機関を動かすためのものはありますが、それはわずかですし、集めている時間もありません。
So we don't have enough.
ならユニ、ミニョンのコアはあれならいけるだろう。
リリ様、それは。
But that's pretty risky. What's wrong? There are some other ways to get the ship moving.
ミニョンを動かしているコアはそれだけで莫大なエネルギーを持っている。それを使えば橋まで余裕で持つはずだ。
ですがそれは自爆で進むようなものです。そんなことをしたら我々はエンジンをミニョンを失います。宇宙に戻れなくなってもいいのですか？
だがよ。
So
他に方法あんのか？
any other ideas then? If you don't want to tap into that power? Well, I get it. Never mind Minion. Just tell me how far we be able to go. We can think about what to do after that. Well, if we absolutely have to, Shino and I can head over there by ourselves. So Shino-san.
おい、ケイジ、何言ってんだ？私たちの戦力なしでどう対抗しようってんだ？
So we're gonna go over there using the old-fashioned leg-it trip. Or like the leg-it trick. But one, it's gonna take a lot of time, and two, they won't have any armor or any support when they get over there and encounter all those strong unwilling robots. I don't know, but you girls have already helped us more than enough.
なら乗りかかった船だ。最後まで付き合うってのが船乗りの礼儀だろうが。
But we can't have you lose your only means of getting home.
ケイジ、
すみません、刑事様。
Well, don't apologize. It's only thanks to you two that we've been able to get this far. and it looks pathetic riding your coattails the whole time. This time, we'll try solving our problems ourselves. And thankfully, we know how to deal with the underlings, so please leave it to us. So, we'll have Shino-san deactivate all the underlings once again.
ご分を
Well, thanks, Lily. So, can you let Shino-san and me off the ship?
待ちな。とりあえずこの船じゃなくて、お前たちがあの橋にたどり着ければいいんだよな。
Yeah, so is there another way?
何でもいいから教えてリリちゃん。早くアルネちゃんの元に行かないと。
わかった。教えよう。あんたらにその覚悟があるなら。だが。
I grab Shino's hand and she squeezes mine in response. Sure. After listening to Lily's plan, Shino-san and I are taken to the cafe's veranda, or rather, the ship's deck. Okay, so this is a good place to stop here for this episode, and in the next episode, we're going to see what Lily's plan is on how to get Shino and Keiji over to the drawbridge as fast as possible. So, the engine troubles and the argument about what to do, it wasted time, and I'm sure the hacked underling robots are getting closer and closer to the mass driver or the launch mechanism. And if they do successfully destroy it, it's going to give Beltiel or Kanade the upper hand. And we know that Beltiel wants to steal RNA for her benefits. So her project or experiment. And I'm still not sure what Kanade or Beltiel's project is. So why they want RNA. And the only clue that I know is that she wants to create like a cure-all device for everyone, which involves erasing everyone's memories. And despite Beltiel being defeated early in this volume, she is still not giving up. And it's like, well, I will rule and you will all understand my benefits. And I feel that it was not Underling K who freed Kanade or Beltiel. It's more like Kanade or Beltiel had some underlings that are still modded, stored somewhere secret that Shino was not able to find, and they were able to secretly make their way to the cage that Kanade is held captive in. But anyways, we'll see how all this goes down in the next episode. And with that in mind, I'll see you later.